I've lived in these woods all my life. Every part of who I am was developed here. And I want to take everything and put it right back into the society that surrounds us. I feel that there are a lot of lessons to be learned in nature. And I want to take these lessons and I want to bring them down to Capitol Hill, and I want to share them with this great nation.
Who is Jim Greenhardt? Jim Greenhardt is a man dedicated to helping America through conservation of the environment. He has long served as a community leader of the Sanded Pine nudist colony, as well as working with local paramedics, and as a construction site foreman. Now let us hear about the man in his own words at a campaign rally at Sanded Pine.
I was born and raised here at Sanded Pine. This is a community of people who genuinely care about each other and the world we share. The founders of this colony realized long ago that wearing clothing is wearing the byproduct of a polluting society. So we shed our clothes, symbolically shedding the shackles that tied us to a poisonous industrial society.
Jim realized his natural approach to living might be a lot for the world at large to embrace. So he reached across the aisle to Scott McMahon, a lifelong politician from the heart of Washington, D.C.
When I first met Jim Greenhardt, I fell in love with his policy. His views, his political views, his views on the economy, everything fell into place for me. Sure, some say he's an extremist, he's always naked and stuff. So what? You know what? Look at me. I'm not wearing socks. Never have, never will. You know what? Because it doesn't matter. Jim's going back to nature. That's where everything came from, and that's where we're going back to. He's a hard worker. Some people criticize him for not working too hard. I don't see that. You know, he's got everybody involved on his campaign. My whole family is involved. He's got my wife, my kids, everybody working for him. Sometimes my wife, she's gone, she's out till 1:30, 2 in the morning, working with Jim. And I know she's working hard. She'll come home exhausted, sweaty, hair's a mess, clothes are mussed. That's dedication and hard work. And that's what Jim Greenhardt can bring to this country. So come November, we need your vote for Jim Greenhardt for president.
Now that you have met the candidates and heard them in their own words, let's find out where they stand on today's important issues. How do you feel about the changing global climate and how America fits into this new world?
America is in a very trying and difficult time. We have become wrapped up in the sleek trappings of a technological cornucopia. We have accepted these technologies into our lives blindly and have become dependent upon the nations that create them. I say we need to turn our backs on these technologies and welcome nature back into our lives. We need to plant our own gardens, raise our own livestock for meat, and if you feel you need to hang on to these trappings, we should make our own clothing from the wool of our cattle.
How do you plan to face the rising cost of healthcare?
By removing ourselves from the modern concepts of money and possessions, we can completely eliminate all costs for healthcare. We will develop community clinics where people can bring their loved ones and their sick cattle for homeopathic massages, salves, and acupuncture therapy. Each doctor will train their children, and their children will train their children, and so on through the generations, so that the art of medical science can live on throughout all the future generations of this great nation.
Jim Greenhardt and Scott McMahon, two people dedicated to bringing America forward to a stronger, more natural state of being. On November 2nd, make the choice that is right for our future. Vote for Jim Greenhardt, a natural conservationist, a natural leader.